Hello everyone, I'm Greg Otto with FedScoop TV. Welcome to our IT Modernization Heroes series. I'm talking with Maria Roat, the CTO for the Department of Transportation. Maria, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
So, federal IT managers recognize an urgent need to upgrade their systems. What do you see that is most important in speeding up the way that things are changing and moving towards a modern IT landscape?
On the IT modernization, a lot of people are looking at it, well, I have to upgrade a system. I have to modernize a system. Maybe it's still running COBOL or something. But I'd like to see the agencies take a broader look at modernization, because where you may have similar functions, there's an opportunity to really modernize how you do it. It's not just a one-time upgrade a system, but looking at your process and how you support the mission across the board. Really think in terms of modernization, not as one system at a time, but look across your whole agency. And if there's opportunities for shared services across the federal government, why not take advantage of that? I think the modernization, the whole IT modernization is not just about one system. You really need to look at your infrastructure. Can it support it? As you're moving to the cloud, does it make sense to modernize one system, as a standalone? Should we move it to the cloud? Should we look at not just that one system, but 3 more as we're moving it to the cloud, or doing other upgrades or, changes across the environment?
So there's a proposed bill to make Tony Scott's $3.1 billion revolving modernization fund law. If that is to become law, what's the low-hanging fruit that could be changed inside organizations very, very quickly within 6 to 9 months?
I think it depends on the agency.
Okay.
When you look at the agency, they have to make that determination themselves. What's the low-hanging fruit? We've had internal discussions within DOT, and we know that there's opportunities across the infrastructure to make changes. So we have to do what's best for us within DOT, but also keeping in mind where the rest of the federal government is going and how we modernize and what we do. That modernization fund, it's really, really good. Where people haven't, sunk the money into their applications, understanding that you have to pay it back over time.
Right.
So there's a lot of capability. I don't know, with the advent of digital services, we looked at, some low-hanging fruit across DOT that say, what are some of the things that if I had a digital services thing, what could I put them against, and what could I do very quickly? And I think it goes to the modernization as well. You'd start tying some of those thought process around digital services, how you change how you do things with the modernization fund. And I think you can have some really good solutions, even in 6 to 9 months, if you really think through what you want.
So with cloud computing and things like containerization and agile development, how does that factor into what can be done over the next 18 months inside agencies?
So around the agile and the modernization and all of those pieces, in the modernization, I think all of that goes hand in hand, because to modernize something, of course, you're going to apply agile methodologies to it, and you really need to bring in your acquisition folks as well. You're not modernizing a system to modernize a system's sake. You need to bring in the acquisition people as well as a partner in all of this. They need to be a piece of this. And when you're modernizing, you're not just modernizing the system, you're changing a process. So you're also bringing in, user experience, your CX, UX capabilities. So it's not just about IT, it's about changing the process, and you're impacting whether it's HR or finance, because you're changing the end user experience, or maybe the public's experience if you're doing something that's more public facing.
So finally, give me one success story of a time where you helped move an agency past legacy IT and into a more modern standpoint.
So we're taking again, an enterprise approach to the department around data and geospatial. That was really one of the drivers. We're using data as a driver to make change within transportation. And we moved our geospatial platform, that's part of data, taking an enterprise approach to that. So geospatial is part of the data service, moved that out to the cloud where it was running on old hardware. The applications were about 3-4 revs behind. We move that into the cloud so that it gives us so many more features and capability on those platforms. And then standardizing on our data services, you know, and on our capabilities, whether it's Tableau or Socrata or some of those other tools, instead of having one of everything, how about if we start standardizing and again, that enterprise approach. So we're laying the groundwork to those data services, which includes geospatial across DOT, so we're building that out now.
Very, very interesting stuff. Appreciate you stopping by, Maria. Thank you very much.
All right.